Hey guys, today I'm going to be updating my CD collection. Now, in the last video, where I updated my DVD and VHS collection, now we're moving on with my CD collection. So, let's begin. The first one I have is Young Blue Tantra. The next one, Burna Boy Love Damini. This was my very first ever Burna Boy CD. Here's the disc. Two of my favorite songs on Love Damini, It's Plenty and Last Last. Ashake, Work of Art. This was my first ever Ashake CD. Here's the disc. Some of my favorite songs on Work of Art, Alarun, Awoi, 230, Sunshine, Basquiat, M.A. Piano, I'm a Piano, Introduction, Remember, Lonely at the Top, and Yoga. One Republic, Artificial Paradise. Here's the disc. Lauren Daigle, Look Up Child. Here's the disc. Matthew West, My Story of Glory. Here's disc 1. And disc 2. One of my favorite Matthew West songs on My Story of Glory, Me on Your Mind. On my other CD, Lauren Daigle, Look Up Child, one of my favorite songs by Lauren Daigle, Rescue. For King and Country, What Are We Waiting For? Here's the disc. One of my favorite songs by For King and Country, For God Is With Us. Elevation Worship and Maverick City Music, Old Church Basement. Here is disc 1. And disc 2. Two of my favorite songs by Elevation Worship and Maverick City Music, Jireh and Way on You. Phil Wickham, Hymn of Heaven. Here's the disc. One of my favorite songs by Phil Wickham, House of the Lord. Toby Mac, Life After Death. Here's the disc. One of my favorite songs by Toby Mac, The Goodness. The next one, Meghan Trainor, Title. Unfortunately, I don't have the Meghan Trainor Taking It Back CD with my favorite song, Made You Look. One of my favorite songs I used to listen to in 2014, Dear Future Husband. Here's the disc. Imagine Dragons, Night Visions. Here's the disc. One of my favorite songs on Night Visions, Radioactive. Imagine Dragons, Mercury, Acts 1 and 2. Here is disc 1. And disc 2. Two of my favorite songs on Mercury, Acts 1 and 2, Enemy and Bones. The next one is Coldplay 4C catalog set. Contains 4 CDs, Parachutes, A Rush of Blood to the Head, X and Y, and Viva La Vida. Parlophone Records. Parachutes. One of my favorite songs on Parachutes is Yellow. Here's the disc. A Rush of Blood to the Head. Three of my favorite songs on A Rush of Blood to the Head, In My Place, The Scientists, and Clocks. Here's the disc. X and Y. One of my favorite songs on X and Y, Fix You. Here's the disc. Viva La Vida. One of my favorite songs on Viva La Vida, or Death and All His Friends, Viva La Vida. There's the disc. So, stay tuned for part 2.